Real talk, the metaphor messiah, man. I got this one. Let's go. You ever seen the morning star? Mr. Metaphor Messiah, back to show you who we are. I represent a legacy, a pothead like the 70s, a different kind of mind. They say we only speak in melodies. Legend in the game, I think I found a solution. Got a crazy kind of flow, I need a verbal institution.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dan on Dave, coming at you live from Germany for your copious Royal Rumble prediction show. That's right, we're going to get it out of the way now. The weekend is so crazy. We got NXT tomorrow, Nerd and the Jerk tonight, trivia night tomorrow night as well. Too much craziness. I have to go ahead and knock out your copious Royal Rumble prediction show tonight. Now, for those of you wondering, yes, I have already done a prediction show for Andre Corbeil for this week's Andre Corbeil Show, but this one will be different. There will be different picks made in this one than there was in that one because more news has broken throughout the week. So I have more information. So I've had some updated views. And there's a lot of great stuff to talk about, man. The Royal Rumble, with all the news that's been coming out this week of more of who's not going to be there now than anything else, it really does kind of put things into an interesting way of looking at it. There's a lot of different scenarios that are kind of building, and it's kind of cool. So lots of great stuff happening there. And we're going to talk about that and a whole hell of a lot more during this live copious prediction show for the Royal Rumble. Now, I hope you guys are strapped in, strapped down, comfortable, have a nice little drink in your hand, maybe a nice little snacky poo. And a little bit later on, you'll be calling in on Skype, David Vancura, DavidVancura. And, of course, that number, 702-751-2902. You could also get in touch with me on the Discord. The link is at the bottom of this screen. It's also in the description box. Too easy to get into my Discord. I'll be taking calls there as well. If you hear a little bit of coughing in the background, it's because my daughter's hanging out here with me tonight, and she's a little sicky. Are you a little sicky? Hey, are you sicky? Talk to the people. You're grounded. Anyway, so we're going to have a good time tonight, and I hope you guys are ready for all the Royal Rumble weekend hype. Lots of people are in here. Thank you guys very much for joining us. Luna Barp, Carl Gibney, C-Man is here. Bob McCain, The Gaming, Fault, Sleeping Angels, Makad 114. All you beautiful people. Dragon Ball Headquarters, why are you at Germany? Because I was in the United States Army for 9 years. I was medically retired back in 2010. Had a nice little German wife, have a nice little German daughter, so we stay here. Oh, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Do it for the views is here, so is Morton Sorensen, all kinds of good people. Thanks for joining me. Let's get right into the Royal Rumble predictions. Oh, I see Tutal here as well. What's going on, buddy? Okay. The Royal Rumble this year, there is a lot of interesting things that are taking place, not only in the matches leading up to the Rumble, but the Rumble itself. And I think this is going to be one of those years where what we see happen earlier in the night is going to kind of give us a really good indication of what we're going to see in the Royal Rumble. There's a lot of nightmare scenarios, but there are some very good scenarios as well. So we're going to talk about all of these and many, many more right now. Let's get through the three. There are now three kickoff pre-show matches. None of which really get me too excited, mainly because they're kickoff show matches. The first one, Cesaro and Sheamus versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson with two referees for the tag team championships. It's so weird that it's on the pre-show. It's just way to devalue once again your tag team division, the non-existent tag team division at this point. But just what a way to devalue it. I mean, there are no tag teams anymore. They're all gone. They're all gone. There are no tag teams. They don't exist. So, there is that, and it's a little bit of a weird thing. I don't like that it's on the pre-show, but it is what it is at this point. I've gone back and forth on this. I'm going to go to the club. I am going to go to the club. I don't even really know why. I think Sheamus and Cesaro is more than likely going to win, but I want Gallows and Anderson to finally get the victory. Yes, it's still at a Royal Rumble, so it will mean something, but it's the pre-show, so it means less. It just feels like they're going to try and do something where they minimize it even when they win it. So I'm looking for Gallows and Anderson to actually finally capture the Intercontinental Championship. The only thing I'm going to run counter to that is they've dominated this series. They've beaten Sheamus and Cesaro in singles competition, in tag team competition as well, due to some shenanigans and stuff. But they've dominated this feud. So I'm going to go counter again. I'm calling an audible. I'm going with my Andre Corbeil pick, the one that I made there. Cesaro and Sheamus, they're going to retain. I've just totally changed my mind. Completely changed my mind. The other two kickoff pre-show matches, I really don't give too much of a shit about. They're both women's matches, and neither one really matters. For the Raw, it is Sasha Banks and Nia Jax. Who cares? Who cares? Sasha Banks' popularity going down. It doesn't seem like people give a crap as much as they did before. Nia Jax, people are still trying to figure out exactly how they feel about her. It is kind of a case of one going one way, one going the other. It feels like it's time for Sasha to head over to SmackDown. Hopefully that'll happen soon, even though there are a lot of rumors of a fatal four-way for WrestleMania between Bayley, Charlotte, Nia, and Sasha. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But I don't think it's necessary. I really don't, but we'll see what they decide to do. Give me Nia Jax. Nia Jax wins this, gets a good victory over Sasha Banks. Nia needs to start building in that manner, and Sasha Banks isn't going anywhere. So Sasha Banks loses, Nia Jax wins. Next kickoff pre-show match. The women's of SmackDown are going to be in a highlight match, a showcase match. You got Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, and Natalya versus Nikki Bella, Naomi, and Becky Lynch. Who gives a shit? I mean, honestly, this was actually going to be on the main show until they came to their senses yesterday and moved it to the pre-show. So, but who cares about this match? Certainly not I. Let's go with the heels. Let's go with the heels just because I don't care. All right, now that we got all of that out of the way, because honestly, it doesn't really matter outside of the tag team belts. None of that is all that important. Now that we've got all that out of the way, let's get to the main card, and I want to get your guys' opinion on the main card. So let's go ahead and talk about that. Let's start with the Cruiserweight Championship. Rich Swann versus Neville, the king of the Cruiserweights. Yes, so if you want to sound off on this, go ahead and put it in the chat right now. Let me know what you think of this match, and I'll read off your predictions as we go on. This is a changing of the guard, potentially, for 205 Live. It's not only changing the guard, it's changing the presentation. It's changing the perception, changing the demeanor of the entire division. Rich Swann is kind of a representative of this more campy type of fun style where the Cruiserweights are never really going to be taken all that seriously. And Neville is kind of this face of legitimacy. He's an absolute badass as a heel. He is just a ridiculously talented guy. And now this attitude that he has, he works so well as a heel. It's so much fun to watch. He's vicious. He's still dynamic. I mean, Neville is really, really kicking some ass right now. So it doesn't even seem like a question to me that Neville is taking this belt off of Rich Swann. And that's not a big knock to Swann. I like Swann. I really do. I think he needs a little bit of change. He doesn't even need to change his music or anything. I just think he needs to change a few things in the ring as far as all the dancing and stuff. It doesn't really need to be there. The 205 Live, the entire Cruiserweight division, needs to just be a little bit more serious. They need to stop with the purple. They need to stop trying to make it like this integrity-driven fucking tournament style type. No, stop. Just have it as high-impact, awesome matches, and Neville is a representative of that mindset. So hopefully that's what we're going to see. I got Neville. Who do you guys got? Let's see what people are saying up in the Chizat. Oh, it seems like it's Neville. Neville across the friggin' board. Neville needs to win. Makad, next big thing. Neville needs to win. Road Warrior, Neville. Former Ghost, Neville. Terry Snow Queen, moderating all you monkeys. Neville. Best Man 89, Neville. Gaming Fault, Neville. Jimmy Sycon, Neville. Sleeping Angels, Neville. Dylan Moran, Finn bringing it home for Ireland. Think about your life choices. And we're going to give you a timeout. Not because Just because I think you need to think about your life choices. Best man 89, Neville. Adam got it. Fuck the cruiserweights. That's kind of harsh. Jimmy's, you already put your thing in there. Jesus Christ. Bob McCain, Neville's better as a heel. Jordan Turner, this is an easy pick. I'm going with Neville. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So, all kinds of good stuff there. Morton Sorensen, Neville, next big thing, next best thing, Neville. Jacob Scott, 48-58, Neville, best man, 58, or Neville. ZG Salt, not Neville, Swan. C-Man, Rey Mysterio, think about your life choices. Okay, so there we go. We got everybody up in there. Good shit there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the match. It should be a good match. It should be. Let's talk about that Raw Women's Championship. Can you go take some more medicine, please? Hey. Go take some more medicine, cough in the coffee bunch, okay? It's going to help. Come on. Go take some medicine. Stop staring at me as you're coughing. Come on. Either that or go into the other room while I'm doing the rest of the show. Come on. You're being ridiculous. Just go drink some water, take some medicine, please. I'm begging you. You're killing me with all the coughing. All right. So, yeah, I know. I'm such a terrible father. I don't give a shit. She needs to take medicine. Shut up, everybody. All right. Raw Women's Championship. Charlotte, the champion, versus Bayley. This match seems to be a no-brainer to me in a lot of ways. Bayley is not being booked in a serious manner at this time. It seems like Charlotte is going to continue her domination at pay-per-views. This is a classic chase story. They want to continue to slow burn Bayley and then give her the big moment at WrestleMania. That's what it feels like is going to happen. It would be a legitimate shock to me if Bayley were to take the title off of Charlotte on this night. I just don't see it happening. Charlotte's got all this build, all this momentum. And granted, she still is awful in some certain categories, but she is the best option at the moment. So keep it going with her. Keep her strong. Keep her really incredible looking. And then Bayley continues to just get in there and take it off of her at WrestleMania. So pretty easy to me. What do you guys think? Hit me up in the Chizat and let me know. Don Butler, Dave Finna, give his daughter the Batista bomb. Pip Scotland, top parent, stop coughing. I'm talking to the interwebs. That's not what I said. That's not what I did at all. I'm worried about her health. I made her go take some medicine. Now, if that would also, get her out of the friggin' room. So she chose to come in here while I was doing the show. It's not like I was like, come here, let me coddle you. She was like, no, I'm going to come and interrupt everything. Well, you want to fight? You want to fight? Come on, bring it. You want to have a slap fight? I'll give you the first one. Go ahead. I'm going to slap the shit. Go ahead. You don't slap daddy on camera.
I can't
yeah, but you should have said no. Stop it. You want some more? You want some more? You want some more? You want some more?
Ow.
Yeah, you're real sick. I'm going to hurt you.
I didn't say I was sick. I said I'm losing my voice.
Stop it. All right. High five. Good fight. If you get all riled up, you're going to cough more. You came over here. People saw it and you said, I'm going to slap you in the face,
No.
Daddy. You pulled out a knife. I don't even know where you got a knife from.
That's lying.
You put that knife right there and you said you were going to stab me in the face.
You liar.
Oh, no.
You liar.
They all saw it. Stop it.
No.
Stop it. I'm going to hurt you. Go away. Go relax. I love you.
Love you too.
All right, there you go. All right, let's see what people say in the chat. Charlotte, Bayley should definitely not win. Charlotte wins, but at Mania, Bayley, next big thing. Jacob Scott, Charlotte. Yeah, it seems like this is kind of an obvious one. Road Warrior, Charlotte. Zion Smith. That's right, I got a Zion in my chat. Charlotte. Terry Snow Queen, Charlotte. All kinds of good people. So Charlotte does seem like to be the way. Pip Scotland, I saw that blade, Dave. I'll tell that to a judge. See, you're going to jail, kid. They saw you pull that knife on me. They all saw you pull that knife on me. They all saw the knife being pulled. She pulled a knife on me, babe, on camera. Said she was gonna cut my face because she's dealing drugs.
Why are you being such a dick? That's lying.
No, I never lie.
They should say to tell the truth.
She's got a gun. She just pulled out a gun.
What the
She
hell?
just pulled out a gun.
Where should I get a gun from?
She just pulled out a gun. I don't know. Do you have criminal friends?
No.
You have a gun. All right. Okie dokie. So yeah, we're having a good time tonight. You know what? I need to have more of a good time. And what is more fun than yes. There is nothing more fun than Rasta Dave. Oh, what? You're afraid of the Kingston, man. You come down to Kingston, boy, and I will take you down to Chinatown, down by the beach. Yeah, he's not here. Okay. I don't care. Fuck that cat. Okay, so now we're all Rastified. I feel a lot better now. I feel like this is how I was supposed to be born. Like, this is like everything else up to this point has been a mistake. This is how I was supposed to turn out. Dreads and everything. I got to take off the scarf because the dreads are amazing. Even though the dreads kind of clash with the black, but still. I look like Mark Henry had the Michael Jackson skin disease. That's how I look right now. It's ridiculous, but I love it. Okay. So back to it. Let's see, y'all. We did the Cruiserweight Championship. We did the Raw Women's Championship. Let's go to the Universal Championship in one of the most ridiculous builds. My wife is getting naked. Thank you. Peep show. Okay, so the Universal Champ. She's Randy tonight. Dave might get some pussy. Dave might get some pussy. Your gallbladder hurts. You know, penis helps with that. Would you like some penicillin? I'm funny. Okay, one of the worst builds I've seen in a long time for a title match at a Royal Rumble. And it's not because of, does it matter between Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens? No, that doesn't matter at all. It's the fact that they have pushed this stupid shark cage because they want to sell fucking toys. This shark cage has been out on stage for the last 6 weeks. And I'm just tired of it. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. Sexy Pinata is kind of funny, but it's all dumb as shit. Who cares? And then to top it off, to show you how stupid it really is, they make the match a no DQ match anyway. Okay, so what is the point of all of this? What did they think they were going to... I mean, Jesus Christ. It was supposed to be... The whole point was to remove Mr. Jericho so the match is straight up, and now it's no DQ. It makes absolutely no sense. It's once again this whole stupid power struggle between Stephanie and Mick. It makes no sense. They were on, the whole thing was they were on the same page, and now they're just not. We're getting more of the same that we got from before, with Stephanie being domineering and playing favorites and stuff, and it's just not fun to watch. It's boring. It's more fun when the management is kind of out of the picture and just kind of letting these guys do their thing. So it's rather boring. And this match had problems to begin with because nobody wants to see Roman Reigns as champion, and most people are expecting Roman to win the title. However, I think the no DQ stipulation changes things. I think the no DQ stipulation clearly puts us in a situation where somebody else can get involved. A pivot scenario, if I've ever heard one. Pivot scenario, if I've ever heard one. And this also leads us to one of the first talking points for a potential Royal Rumble winner. Picture this. Roman Reigns does in fact lose to Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens keeps the Universal title till WrestleMania. Later on the night, his best friend, his best buddy, Chris Jericho, baby, wins the Royal Rumble. This sets up a rather big match. It was going to be a match anyway, and it was going to be a good match for the United States Championship, but Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens, for all the gold at WrestleMania, I kind of like this. And with all of the other part-timers that they're going to be having in for WrestleMania, they don't need a lot of individual title matches. So not having the United States Championship defended in a separate match is not a big deal, especially if, let's say, they defend the UK title at WrestleMania. It's an easy way to kind of just pass the buck on, and you're not really missing anything from it. I like that idea. So I do think it's a possibility. One way or another, I think Roman Reigns will lose this match now, mainly because of the no DQ element. It changes things. It really gives them a way to keep Roman strong but still lose. I believe Braun Strowman is in Roman Reigns' immediate future, And I think that's going to take place, if not during this match, shortly after. But we'll see. I could see Braun Strowman getting involved in this match, and then Roman Reigns costing Braun the Royal Rumble. I could see something like that happening. So we'll see how that goes. Who do you guys got, by the way? I want to hear. I'm sorry, I didn't ask. How do you guys got? Oh, I see Real Talk to Metaphor Messiah up in the chat. The man who does Morning Light, the official theme song of Dead on Day Productions. Make sure you're checking that out. It is in its entirety on this channel right now. A video, music video with all kinds of great information about the one and only, the legendary Real Talk to Metaphor Messiah, made by Rodimus8. Will Dillon, that's right. Will Dillon, the Scottish savant. He made this wonderful video, and you can check it out on the channel. And you can just listen to Morning Light on SoundCloud right now. So there you go. Let's see here. Gaming Fault. Roman is bad as I hate to type this. Oof. Sleeping Angels KO wins. Kakarabia, I'm here. All right, Kaka. Nice to see you, buddy. Poxy's just in time for Dave. Well, 20 minutes late. I blame Tommy and Jeff's memes. There you go. The Gaming Fault. Thanks, Dave. Hey, no problem. Thank you. The next best thing, but Kevin will. Huffman eats unfrosted Pop-Tarts. Yeah, he does. He seems like that type of guy. He's never eaten a Pop-Tart, by the way, ever. So, okay, that is my opinion on that match. Let's go ahead to the WWE Championship match. And this is the match that I think is going to change things for the night. We're not exactly sure how some things are going to go. This is going to change stuff. We got our first donation of the night. Don donated $2. Jericho going to stay in the cage during the Rumble. Oh, that would be funny. That would be funny. And then at some point he's released from the cage. That would be kind of funny, actually. That would be funny. Don, I think you might be on to something there. If you want to be like Don and donate, you can go ahead and do so. And why the hell not? Let's play under friggin' Instant regret rules. That's right. 6.4 million Scoville units. We've got 8 chocolates left, 5 of which are milk chocolate, 3 of which are 6.4 million Scoville unit chocolates, the instant regret chocolate. If we get to $100 in this stream, you get to pick a number, and it's Russian roulette time. Whatever happens, happens. Burn or yummy, yum, yum in my tummy, tom. Bye. Okay, so if you want to donate, I just spit all over my microphone. Frothy. So there you go. If you want to donate, please do that. But at the very least, drop a like. Let's talk about the next match, the WWE Championship match. AJ Styles defending against John Cena. Most people feel that this is a foregone conclusion that John Cena will be winning the championship for the 16th time. And there's a lot of evidence to back that up. I mean, mainly because they want to go back to the tried and true method of what draws for WWE. So Roman Reigns, John Cena, right? It's coming. Maybe not. Now, over the week, there's been a lot of talk about possibilities, who John Cena could be facing. And there's one that is gaining a lot of steam and would kind of throw a hiccup into the Royal Rumble. And I got to give some credit to, I believe it was Clinton Gorman earlier, who also brought this up to me. But I've heard this all week. But I'm glad that he brought it up because I think it's a very interesting way to go. Samoa Joe not being in the Rumble like a lot of people, including myself, believe he's going to be, but instead getting involved in this match and costing John Cena his opportunity. Now, why does it make sense? Well, a monster push is being planned for Samoa Joe, but not necessarily a title run push. What better way to be introduced than with John Cena going in to WrestleMania? Now, if you need some other evidence as why this makes sense, well, why all of a sudden are they going back to the independent discussions? Once again, they're talking about independent wrestling. They're talking about AJ Styles' background as an independent guy. AJ Styles is saying that John Cena can't go with independence. He would never last on independence. AJ Styles being one of the perennial independent guys. But who's another one? Samoa effing Joe. So Samoa Joe gets involved. Now you're making the Smarks kind of jizz with joy because now you got 2 former top TNA guys kind of in the same camp, anti-Cena. There's a lot of possibility here, whether it be John Cena, Samoa Joe, or John Cena, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles at WrestleMania, which Be Still My Beating Heart. I think there's a lot of good opportunity for that as well. Very interesting stuff. I mean, really, really, really cool things. Now, if you noticed, I didn't say AJ Styles, John Cena, Samoa Joe for the title. And I'll tell you why I think it's a very good possibility that even if AJ doesn't lose his title to John Cena, he may not be champion at WrestleMania anyway. We'll get back to that in just a few moments. I think this Samoa Joe idea is one of the most logical ways to go. It feels like if they're going to tie Ric Flair, they could do it at the Royal Rumble, but why not do it at WrestleMania? It's, you know, like he could win it and then lose it and then win it one more time at WrestleMania, or he could just simply win it at WrestleMania. Or not at all. Maybe the plan is not what we think the plan is supposed to be. Maybe John Cena's not going to tie that record. Who knows? But they have an opportunity to not do the easy way and just kind of do something and tell a little bit better of a story and allow AJ Styles to have a much deeper meaning match at WrestleMania. Now, there is a lot of rumor that AJ Styles could be getting Shane McMahon, so there's that as well. But for right now, I'm going to say John Cena wins, but does not become champion. That is my guess. I think Samoa Joe or someone else gets involved and costs John Cena this match. I think we're going to see a lot of shenanigans at this Rumble. Lots of shenanigans. So that's my guess there. Let's see what the chat is saying about that. AJ keeps the title. Joe wins the Rumble. Jonathan Montez. Joe helps AJ and win with AJ there with complete shock. I think that's a very good possibility. Cena bearing yet another future star at WrestleMania. Cena may not beat Samoa Joe, but even if he does, AJ Styles lost his first WrestleMania match. I'd say he had a pretty damn good year, so we'll see. Very interesting stuff. This, of course, leads us all to the Royal Rumble match. The first thing I want to talk about is the fact that there are 8 slots still open. That's 8 surprise spots, and I don't think it's going to be people that we've been talking about. 2 of those people that we, almost everybody, me being included, thought there was a good possibility that could be held down by, have now pulled out completely. Kenny Omega has announced completely his plans to return to New Japan, so he will not be at the Royal Rumble, unless he's trolling, which is possible. But not only did he talk about this on a radio show, he also put a very impassioned post to the Young Bucks out on social media that really does kind of hammer this home. Kenny Omega staying in New Japan, it's the best place for him. I think it's a good idea. So Kenny Omega staying put. Kurt Angle, the little bit of a shocker. Kurt seemed like a no-brainer with his induction into the Hall of Fame. It seemed like this was a perfect opportunity to get that really huge pop of the night by having him come out in his music. Dun, 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 you know, get everybody crazy. He has now unequivocally stated he is not going to be in the Royal Rumble. He will not be appearing, no way, shape, or form. This surprises a lot of people, and I think some people are still very dubious about this. The way that he said it, I tend to believe him. So those 2 guys, definitely not going to be there. But there's a lot of possibility and potential for others to be. Finn Balor being one. I think that there's a lot of people in NXT that we're going to see, and I think there's going to be some other legendary callbacks as well. I'd expect Dolph Ziggler to come in, and they've been teasing JBL and Dolph Ziggler a little bit. So Dolph Ziggler comes in, JBL comes in right after him. I have a feeling that might happen. So there'll be a few really cool surprises, and it's going to be very interesting to see how that goes. But let's talk about potential winners. And there's a new one going around. He is the new favorite, betting odds-on favorite to win the Royal Rumble. And I did not like this at first. And then I started thinking about it. So let's talk about the new odds-on favorite, Randall friggin' Orton. Randy Orton is the new odds-on favorite to win the Royal Rumble. The first thing that I'm sure most of you are going is, what? What? There's Goldberg. There's Brock. There's Undertaker. There's all these guys. Finn Balor should be coming back. What about Bobby Roode? Shinsuke Nakamura? Samoa Joe? All these guys. Why not one of them? Why not Braun Strowman? All these people, right? Why Randy Orton? Well, they've got to continue. They got to have a payoff for this Wyatt situation. And we've been waiting for Bray Wyatt to have his breakout moment. And honestly, over the past 6-7 months, there seems to be a build to something big for Bray. Randy Orton wins the Royal Rumble, and they do a almost reverse type of situation with his group, Evolution, when at Elimination Chamber, Bray Wyatt wins the WWE Championship in that match, which sets up Randall Orton, Bray Wyatt, WrestleMania. I actually like this. I think that this is a really good opportunity. Granted, it sucks for the Royal Rumble in some respects, because Randy Orton, who really wants to see Randy Orton win the Royal Rumble? However, if this leads to a great moment at WrestleMania for Bray Wyatt, a culminating moment that a lot of people feel are years in the making, even though Bray is still like under 30 years old, this could be it. This could be that big payoff, and it could be a dramatic change in direction for the future of WWE. I like this idea, and I do think there's a good possibility of it happening. But aside from that, the other people, The Undertaker seems to be a very strong candidate, and it makes me angry to even say that out loud, because a lot of people expected The Undertaker and John Cena to be the case. Does not seem to be happening. Apparently, Vince has completely cooled on that idea because he probably has a better idea. And my worry, my nightmare scenario now is Roman Reigns, in fact, does beat Kevin Owens earlier in the night. Undertaker wins, and it's Undertaker Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Why? Why? But I have a feeling it's a very good possibility that we're going to see that, and that scares the balls off of me. Braun Strowman, I still think, is a possibility, but he is going down the list. Baron Corbin would be a really good choice at this point. I would love to see Baron Corbin win this thing. He's been on the cusp, but they've kind of put him in some practice main event spots over the last 2 months. This could be a way to just blow the doors off of everything. I like the idea of Baron. I also love the idea of someone completely out of the ballpark. I like Samoa Joe. I even like Bobby Roode, but the guy, and you guys know this was coming, Shinsuke Nakamura. Him winning to me makes a lot of sense because he'll have the NXT Championship, which I do think he is going to defend completely successfully at NXT TakeOver San Antonio. He wins there, comes into the Royal Rumble, shocks everybody, gets the biggest pop of the night, wins the Royal Rumble. The next night on Raw or soon after, he drops the NXT title, which allows NXT on the night before WrestleMania to have an NXT title tournament. The people they can bring in for that tournament is incredible. It's incredible. And they can bring in Adam Cole for that tournament. There's a lot of people they can bring in, maybe even a Will Ospreay. I mean, I doubt that, but the possibilities are friggin' endless. So they could really do something big for NXT at WrestleMania, which I think they want to do. So this all makes a lot of sense to me. Also, I think Shinsuke Nakamura is the next real big thing for the WWE. I think he is going to be that iconic guy that we haven't had in so long. And I know that some people don't agree with me on that, but he is an absolute rock star. Everywhere he goes worldwide, he is becoming more and more known. It's no longer a question of, do people know Shinsuke Nakamura? That's no longer a question. People know him. And wait until you hear the reaction he's going to get at San Antonio. The night before, he's going to get a huge reaction. It's going to be sick. It's going to be absolutely sick. I can't wait to see that. I do hope that's going to happen, but I got to be honest right now, if I'm picking a winner, I think they're going to go the Randy Orton route. I think Randy Orton wins, and it sets up Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton for WrestleMania. I also think there's a good possibility that Kevin Owens retains and Chris Jericho wins. So both will be veteran-based decisions that are kind of low risk in a lot of ways and high reward, building to a younger guy being put over in a massive way at the biggest stage of them all. So both kind of good ways to go in different ways of thinking. So those are all my picks. I want to hear from you guys. Let's open up the call. Let's open up the calls, open up the phone lines. You can call in on Skype. David Vancura, DavidVancura, and of course, number 702-751-2902. Also, do not for a second think that Finn Balor doesn't have a chance to win either. I like Finn Balor winning as well. I just don't know if he got cleared or not. There's no word on it, so we'll see. All right. We'll also take calls on the Discord. The link is at the bottom of the screen. It's also in the description box. You guys can get in on Discord as well. Let's see if some people are already hanging out there. They are not. That's probably because I am not in there. So now I'm standing by on Discord. If you want to jump in, go to waiting to call, and I will drag you in to my chat. So good stuff there. And as soon as you guys are done calling in, we'll get up out of here. Here are the phone calls coming in now. Let's go ahead and start this thing off. Let's get to the numbers. 832. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hello, Dave.
Hello. How are you?
Good. I think Braun Strowman's winning.
Really? Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Is that all
They're
you got?
building him up.
What's that?
Yeah, I mean, how about this? What would you think if Eugene came into a Rumble?
I would shoot myself in the face. Here's what I'll do. I'll take Lucille off of the fucking wall and I'll bash myself in the head. Wait, did you say appear or win?
Up here. He won.
Okay. He could appear, but I don't think that's a real shocking one. I don't think anybody even remembers Eugene. Nobody cares about Eugene. So I don't
care
know.
about Eugene.
Do you really? Do you really care? Do you really
Yes,
care
I
about
really
Eugene?
do. He was one of my favorites growing up.
Can I ask you why?
He just has such a relatable character, you know?
A retard? That's a relatable character? I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be distasteful. But I mean, he was a Mongo. And I mean, like, I don't know how that's relatable. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not relatable, but it's kind of not. I mean, like, unless that's you're a wrestling savant as well. I don't know how Eugene is relatable.
Hey, but Eugene had the best dance moves when he came out with that little airplane move.
Oh, Christ almighty. You hurt my brain. You really did. You got anything else for me, buddy?
All right. What are the odds of Samoa Joe winning?
I don't think awful, but relatively low. I'm going to say probably around a 20 to 30% chance of him actually winning, which is, I think, kind of high for Samoa Joe, actually. I don't think anybody else is giving him that great of odds to win. I think it's becoming more likely that he's going to interfere in the John Cena match later on. I think that's much more logical. Him and John Cena without a title makes a lot of sense. They can really go ahead and push something else, and I think it's a good way to go.
Is the Rumble closing the show?
Yeah, it should be. It should. God, I hope so.
Okay. Yeah, if it doesn't, I swear.
If it doesn't, I'm canceling the network. No, I'm not. Nobody's canceling the fucking network. All right, 832, you got anything else?
My call.
Hey, no problem, man. Thanks for calling in. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Bye.
Have a good night, you sexy beast. All right, good stuff. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Only 37 likes. I'm kind of disappointed. We need some more likes. Hit me up. Get your finger wet. And push that like button. Push it. Push it. You do whatever you want to. You can. What? Why are you looking at me like that, man? Play your goddamn word Scrabble fucking Deutsch game, okay? Don't judge me. You want to? You want to have some sex? 336, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hey, Dave, what's going on, man? It's Alec Hodges. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Mr. Hodges? How you doing, pal?
Doing good. Hey, two things. Well, first off, my first point would be with the whole Finn Balor injury.
Mm-hmm.
I actually sustained the same injury while playing baseball, and I had surgery on it.
Did you?
And it was I was out from anywhere between 6 to 8 months, and it was tough. It was a tough injury to come back from.
I'm going to, and don't take this the wrong way, I'm going to assume you're not a world-class athlete, though. Finn is.
I was actually at the top of my game in college when I did it.
Where'd you go to college?
It's completely different from where'd
you go to college?
he's at right
This will
now.
tell me a lot. Where'd you go to college?
I went to Winston-Salem State University.
Okay, not exactly a hotbed, but I mean, you know.
Well, I mean, it's a big Division II school in
It
North
is,
Carolina.
but I mean, yeah, but you know, it's you know what I mean. I'm not trying to be disrespectful towards your athletic
I know
career,
exactly what you
but
mean.
I don't know if you're a Finn Balor. Is all I'm saying. And I
Right,
believe,
yeah.
and I believe Finn Balor probably has access to a little bit better rehabilitation equipment and stuff like that. So I mean, do not
absolutely.
take that as shade at all.
No. But I'm just saying, like, when I had it, I was in and out of the, rehab every day, and it's a tough injury to come back from, just from personal experience.
Yeah.
But like you said, with his, who knows, he may be a John Cena where he comes back from injury after,
He
5
looks
months
good.
or so.
Well, it's been almost like 8 months, hasn't it? I mean, that happened way back in like August.
SummerSlam, August.
If it was SummerSlam, it was September.
It's been about 5 months.
So September, okay. Shit.
Yeah, it's been about 5 months.
All right, fuck me. Who knows? Yeah, it would be fast, but he looks good though. I mean, he does look good. He's been showing off and stuff. He looks good.
Yeah, with his like Instagram posts, I follow him on Instagram, and it's like, dang, like, 5 months I wasn't able to do as much stuff as he's doing. So more power to him if he can do it.
I hope he shows up. I really do. I hope
Me too,
he's well
absolutely.
enough because I love Finn Balor.
Oh, I did too. The pop that he would get would be amazing.
Especially if he comes out as Demon King Finn Balor, it'll be huge.
Oh God, yes.
Very
Stop
cool.
it. Stop it.
It would completely stop the show. You got anything else for me, buddy?
Yeah. My second point. I don't know if I heard it from you or if I heard it from somewhere else, but how do you feel about The Miz gaining more heat by him coming out to Daniel Bryan's theme music?
Okay, yeah. Now somebody brought this up to me on my Twitter earlier, and I do think that there's a very good chance of that happening. They've kind of gone away from that entire feud, though. I mean, they still make reference to it. The problem is The Miz is no longer the Intercontinental Champion, and so now there's really, what's the point of continuing on with Daniel Bryan when The Miz is now, he's lost his rematch? I mean, there's really nothing left for him as far as prestige goes. So maybe that's another reason as to why they would do a Daniel Bryan-esque thing. But Daniel Bryan's not wrestling. So,
no.
But you know what? All that being said, he probably still will use the music.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a huge pop as soon as they hear that first little bit of his song. And then whenever The Miz walks out, I can just see it now. I can,
it would be a troll. It'd be a great troll.
Yeah. That little shit-eating grin that The Miz has when he walks out on stage. Oh, I can see it now.
But he's kind of in a downward spiral right now, though. He's now completely out of the Intercontinental Championship hunt, you'd have to assume. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting. Got anything else?
But I'm just going to say, that'd be a big way for him to get some serious heat.
Yeah, but nothing else seems to stick with him anyway. I mean, he's so inconsistent. I like The Miz. I want to love The Miz, but he's so inconsistent. And True. I think, you know what? I was talking to Tommy C about this earlier, and I made a point, and I think The Miz fucked up. I think that whole shoot promo that he cut on Daniel Bryan, I don't think it was scripted. And
I don't know. It was hard to tell. It was hard to tell if it was a shoot or if it was a work. But
I'll tell you why I think it was a complete shoot, at least half shoot at the very least. He said some stuff he probably wasn't supposed to say, and I'll tell you why. Daniel Bryan is going to wrestle again, just not in WWE. He is all but telling people on Twitter, with a lot of the things that he's doing. He's starting to put on weight again too. I also noticed that as well. He's starting to look like
I did see that.
Yeah, I'm noticing that as well. I think he's gearing up to wrestle again, just not in WWE. He wants out of WWE something fierce. I believe that The Miz lost this Intercontinental Championship in the way and fashion that he did as a form of punishment for all of that situation. They took a little bit of time with it because they weren't sure if they wanted to go with Ziggler or something else. But I believe that he lost as a form of punishment because he did something that they did not want to do. Pissing off Daniel Bryan is not something WWE wants. They do not want him to leave, and they certainly don't want him to leave with a really bad taste in his mouth. If he wants to go to Japan and do some matches, that would be one thing. But if he signs with a TNA or a Ring of Honor or something like that, or God forbid, a Lucha Underground, anything like that, that could potentially be a problem for WWE. Daniel Bryan has the following to be able to sway some numbers. So I think The Miz fucked up. I think he made a big mistake, and I think he got punished for it.
I I now that you mention that, I can agree with that.
I think it's possible. I'm not 100% sure of it. It just makes sense to me in some ways. I hope Daniel Bryan never wrestles again. Look, he admitted that he was having seizures. He admitted it. He admitted it. That's not WWE spinning shit. He admitted it. And if that's the case, he never needs to be in a ring again. Just my opinion.
Right.
Alec, I appreciate the call, buddy.
No problem. Throw me over the top rope.
I will do. Over the top rope you go. Thanks a lot. Let's take another call. 862. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Sam, I have an idea.
Okay, hit me.
You know that Seth Rollins didn't qualify for the Royal Rumble. He got beat by Sami Zayn.
Yes.
Well, then, Chris Jericho is entering a number 3. I think he's going to enter the Royal Rumble.
Why do you think he's entering a 3?
I don't know, because it was announced on Raw a few weeks back.
No, I don't think any numbers have been. I think he was just saying he was the third guy to officially announce that he was coming in. I don't think there's no numbers been announced yet. There never is. Well, sometimes number 1 will be, but no.
Yeah. Well, even though that, I think he's still going to enter number 3.
Okay.
Well, what I think can happen is that before he comes out, Seth Rollins can attack him and enter.
I think it's a possibility, but they don't need to do that. Seth can just go kind of a crazy thing in the back the entire show looking for Triple H. He doesn't need to be in the Rumble. The honest to God truth is we don't need to see that spot where Triple H will cost him the Rumble anyway, because that's all that would happen. So instead, have Seth off of the card and just causing havoc in the back the entire night. Imagine this, the entire night between matches, we go back and see Seth Rollins just tearing shit up, getting Stephanie's face, all this stuff, and then towards the end of the night, Triple H comes out and beats the holy fuck out of him. It would be awesome. I'd much rather see that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. That sets up the match between them at WrestleMania. So.
Yeah, which is happening 100%. So.
Yeah.
You got anything else for me?
Oh, no, that's it. I just wanted to present the idea.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Not a bad idea at all. Thanks a lot, man. You have yourself a really good night.
All right, good night, too.
All right, so lots of great callers so far. I hope you guys are having a good night at this point. Let's go over to Discord. See, nobody's there on Discord. Nobody wants to call on a Discord? Fine. Fuck you. I don't want you guys to call on my Discord anyway. Stay out of my Discord. All right? All right. Reputation killer. Daniel Bryan might be coming back. I don't know why they keep teasing the feud with The Miz. Yeah, the thing is, he might come. I mean, look, there is still a possibility that maybe he's convinced the WWE to let him wrestle. Maybe. It's hard for me to believe it, though. It really is. It's hard for me to believe that. Based off of everything that happened, the send-off that they gave him, it's hard for me to believe it. It's possible. We'll see. 480, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
I think that this show could be very good.
Yep.
But there's a lot of bad that could come out of it too, I think, especially with the results. I have a hard time believing Owens walks out with the title. Do you really see Owens being the champion going into Mania? I mean,
I didn't until the DQ thing. When the no DQ got thrown into the mix, it changed everything for me because it just makes no sense. When something doesn't make sense and a face gets the better of a heel, then the on the Go Home show, it's almost 100% that face is losing. So one way or another, I feel Kevin Owens is going to retain. It's the no DQ. It's the no DQ, man.
Yeah, I want it to happen. I mean, you know how much I love Owens. But like, if he wasn't going to win, he would still be the U.S. champion right now, I think.
Hold on. Hey, call back. I got to do something. Call me back or don't. I don't care either way. All right. Let's bring in the copious wife. Go ahead, talk. You wanted to be a smartass.
No.
Talk to the phone.
I can't talk to the phone.
Talk into the phone. Go into the other room and talk in that phone.
No, I don't even know how to turn it off.
You're on. Talk.
Hello.
No, I can't hear you. You're retarded, man. Get the fuck out of here. All right, let's bring in. Well, we go from one German to another German. Leech live, my good buddy. How you doing? You're live with Dead on Dave. Leechy. I cannot hear you, Mr. Leach. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. I'm going to go out of my Discord and come back in because maybe my wife did something to glitch me. Maybe she glitched me. Leachy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
There we go. Now it's working. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
What's up, dude?
What's up? You called me.
I just wanted to be nice. No reason to be offended. All
I'm
right?
not. I'm just wondering what's up.
Don't be triggered, Dave. Okay.
I don't get triggered. I'm trigger proof.
So first off, I'm going to connect to the dude who said that Eugene is going to come out and that he found him relatable. You know, I think Eugene is everything America is about.
Oh, fuck you.
That's just a joke.
Yes, we're a bunch of Mongos. You know what? You're 100% right. We're just a bunch of Mongols. What a fucking German asshole thing to say. Holy shit. Oh, my God.
No, with the thing with Cena, I don't think Cena will win it on the Rumble. Mm-hmm. But we know that WWE tends to pull its storylines a bit when it comes to Cena.
Yeah.
And I could see AJ retain twice this time. And then on the next occasion, it might just be this thingy that... I think you're right, that Samoa Joe is going to come in on this mix at some point. And Samoa Joe might just screw over AJ.
He will, but not at the Rumble. I think eventually he will screw him over.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I think he cost Cena at the Rumble because Cena is going to lose, but not clean. I do believe.
Yes, and then at a later point, I think that because WWE likes to paint Joe as this egotistical, maniacal dude.
Yeah,
and which he also transfers very well in character.
Yeah,
and I think it would make sense if he later on, when he's like. When AJ is like, yo, dude, we are cool, right? We are best buddies. And then at some point, he's going to screw him over as well.
It's a way to get AJ back to a face, too. Hold on, we got a donation.
Yes.
Let's see what people are doing with that. Rebs01 donated $1. Get that German off of here. Damn. Hatred.
Wow.
Hatred for the Deutschlander. No, that's messed up.
So,
you
no,
didn't say
the thing
crowd or anything, babe. I don't know why you're woeing. It's not that big a deal. Shit, I'm nationalistic right now. Fuck.
I could see them put AJ more towards that kind of thing, being screwed over. Then Cena's taking the title off him, and then it's like of a triple thingy.
Yeah. Triple thingy. That's a technical term. Triple thingy.
Triple thingy. Yes. Yeah, triple threat. That's it, right?
Yes. Very good.
I don't think the winner of the Royal Rumble is going to be a SmackDown dude. I think it's going to be a Raw dude.
Yeah, I thought so too. But I just think this Bray Wyatt Randy Orton theory makes too much sense to me. It makes so much sense.
The thing is, if they let Randy Orton win, Randy Orton is not going to go after the. Bray Wyatt they at SmackDown, right?
They're both on SmackDown. Bray will win the title at Elimination Chamber. That's what I think is going to happen. Bray's going to win the title Elimination Chamber. Randy will challenge him at WrestleMania.
To me, that just doesn't really make any sense.
Oh, it makes all the sense. They've been building this feud for 6 months. They started as enemies. They came together. Now they're 100% together with Luke Harper on the outs. Randy is going to turn on Bray at some point. So I mean,
maybe I just don't want to see that.
Maybe, and the other part of it is how long have they been waiting to really pop Bray? This is a perfect opportunity. And you put a title on him. You don't have to do it at Mania. Then you have him go over hard on Randy at WrestleMania. I mean, you have an instant built guy, a guy that people want to see pushed. A lot of people want to see Bray Wyatt pushed hard, be the guy.
That's why I could see him and Randy going to Raw. Because they could, Randy and Bray for me in my brain would make sense on Raw, because they'd be two dudes against two other dudes holding titles. That's just my idea. Maybe I'm thinking a little bit too far fetched.
Yeah, a little bit, because you can't take away more depth from SmackDown. You know, SmackDown has no depth as it is, so it's I don't know.
Yeah, that's because they ruin the few characters they have all the fucking time.
Oh, not SmackDown. Not right now. SmackDown is killing it at the moment. They just don't have a lot of depth. They can't afford to lose Bray and Randy to Raw without getting something really significant back. And I think it might happen after WrestleMania when they do the next draft. But right now, I think they're just going to stay as it is. We'll see. It's tough. It's a tough one.
It's a cookie cutter thing.
It is.
I think in the end it's all obvious that James Ellsworth is going to win the title.
Yeah, right. Yes, that's happening. Confirmed.
Yes. James Ellsworth versus Eugene at WrestleMania.
That's right.
Peace out, dude.
That is going to be the match. It's going to be amazing. Holy God.
Peace out, dude.
All right, Leech. I appreciate the call, buddy. Good stuff. Ooh, let the chat get sexy. It's Mystic. How you doing, my dear? You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited for this weekend. I'm excited for this weekend.
You sound excited.
I am. The Royal Rumble is I feel like the second best pay-per-view.
It's
like,
actually
ever.
my favorite pay-per-view. It's always been my favorite event. I love the Royal Rumble. I love it. It's such a great event.
Okay. Predictions time.
All right, hit me.
Okay, so with Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns, I have a sneaking feeling that Raw, like just the brand, they want to like fuck us over a little bit and make Roman Reigns take the title, just so they can continue this. Because we all know Raw and their repetitive asses, like it's one of those predictions that it's like the ones that you like, the win that you don't like. Just so they can continue, and just so they can make you happy eventually.
They're not continuing this feud. One way or another, this feud's over at Royal Rumble. What's going to happen is one of two things.
Hopefully.
If Owens wins, it's going to be him and Chris Jericho at WrestleMania for all the gold. If Kevin Owens loses, Kevin Owens will get his rematch clause the next night on Raw, lose again, and they will build Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens for the United States Championship at WrestleMania. One way or another, Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho, one of the almost guaranteed matches for WrestleMania.
Really?
Yep. I believe it. It's another one of these. It's another one of these long-term things that they've built for a very long time, and there's going to be a payoff at some point. Chris Jericho's running out of time. It just makes too much sense.
You're right. I agree with you. I usually
am. Typically I am, and I'm very beautiful as well. You like my bunny hat? Do we like my bunny hat? Love the bunny.
The bunny hat's adorable. I love it.
I'm going to change it now, though. I'm going to go, yeah, babe, I had it on for a while, and it makes my head sweat.
It is quite fuzzy.
Yeah, we're going gay conductor up in this piece. All right, I'm sorry. There we go. There we are.
Love it.
What's up, pimps and pimpettes, bitches and hoes? What else you got for me, Mystic?
Okay, for the Royal Rumble itself, like I've told you, the people who I think is gonna enter, the person who's going to win is like very like split. I'm split between one of the 8 surprise entrants, which I am hoping Finn Balor. But I saw on that note, actually, I saw on his Instagram that he's actually still in rehab.
He is, but this week, and the rumor was yesterday, he actually had a medical meeting to potentially get cleared.
Oh, I'm excited. You know
excited.
How much I love Balor.
You do love the Finster. That is true. Holy shit.
I'm excited.
C-Man in the chat says, Dave, why don't you ever flirt with me like you do with Mystic, dude? What the fuck? I'm just as cute. You don't have a vagina. It's just my preference. She's got boobs and a vajayjay. It's just my personal preference. Would I let you blow me? Yes, I would, C-Man, but that's not the same thing. You're just not as cute as Mystic. You're just not.
Hey. oh my God.
I am so cringy. I am so fucking cringy. It's amazing. It's taken a lot of work.
It's not cringe. It's not cringe for me. It's funny. It's funny.
I hope it's a compliment. You're like, look at this sexy fat man thinks I'm pretty. See, that should be a compliment.
I do take it as a compliment.
Well,
I'm very humble.
Never sue me. Don't sue me. I don't want to get sued. Good.
Okay.
What else you got for me?
I don't have the money for a lawyer. Okay.
I hope that's
Before
not
I
the only
went
thing
off-
holding you back. Fuck. What else you got?
Okay, as I was saying, 30 entrances after I went on my Finn tangent. Okay,
Yes.
so I feel like it's going to either be Braun Strowman, one of the 8 unannounced, Bray Wyatt,
Mhm.
or Undertaker. I don't see Goldberg or Lesnar taking this at all.
You know, you just
whatsoever.
basically picked 12 people. You know that, right?
Yeah, but I said
picked
one
more
of the,
than
well,
third
you
of the
don't know
field.
who's gonna. You don't know who's gonna be like one of the 8. So it's like
Yeah.
it could be a surprise, something you don't see coming, or one of the like 4 people you already know, like one or a couple of the people you already know. They gave us a long menu of people to choose from as our MVP for the Rumble, but you can't immediately like disqualify all the people you don't know.
Yeah, very
See,
true.
that's the-
very true.
That's the thing about the Rumble.
I think Randy.
It's a
I'm
gamble.
still going with Randy Orton. I think that there's a good possibility of that happening. My fear is Undertaker. We'll see, man. It's so difficult. This is a tough one to call. It really is. Triple H might have been right.
Yeah.
This might be one of the most unpredictable in a very long time.
The thing, like, if the Undertaker thing like actually happens and John Cena takes the title from AJ Styles, then it is going to be the WrestleMania, because I've heard whisperings that it may be like the
They've
plan
nixed it.
may be
They-
uncanceled.
It's almost 100% fucking guaranteed that has been nixed. It seems like Vince has really got a hard on now for Undertaker Roman, which does concern me.
Oh, that sounds horrendous. What do you mean?
I know, that's what I'm saying. It concerns me. I don't want to see that. That to me
No
is
one
worse
wants
than
to
him and Cena.
Yeah,
Vince
definitely.
does.
Like,
Vince wants to see it. He's masturbating to that idea.
I think someone called in yesterday. No, wait, it was Tommy. Tommy and C called the other
Christ.
day, and he was wishing death upon Vince. And when you think about it, you know, he might have a point there.
No,
Once Triple H takes over the company, I feel like everything will be better.
maybe things will be a lot worse. I mean, like, I think Vince probably takes more heat for things than he probably deserves, and I think that he probably took more credit for things in the 90s than he probably deserved. It's, you know, it always goes like that. He's the head coach. Head coach always takes way too much blame when the team loses, and the head coach always gets far too much praise when the team wins. It's just how it is.
But Triple H is doing an amazing job. Like, well, he did an amazing job with CWC, and he's doing an amazing job with all the other like promotions like NXT and like the British Championship. So once you when you think of it, once he gets to the main roster, I feel like controlling the main roster. I feel like the WWE is going to be a much like greater show.
Here's the only worry. The worry is that everything that Triple H has done to this point has been small scale. It's doing it in venues that are not more than 1,000 people. It's a different play when you have to pull these type of gimmicks up to a main roster. That's why we've seen so many NXT gimmicks fail. They were so great in NXT, but they just fail and peter out on the big roster. It's not only because of bad booking. It's because it doesn't play to the big. Tyler Breeze was never going to play to the main crowd. It was never going to work.
No.
The vaudevillains were never going to work, ever. It's one of those things. And it does kind of worry me that maybe he doesn't have the correct, and maybe this isn't his fault, I don't know, but the transition from NXT to WWE is not always super smooth. There are a lot of success stories as well, though, to be fair. So it's tough, man. It's a really, really tough way to look at it. But he's got more successes than failures, I think, at this point. I think that's fair to say. He's putting his boys in place. Apparently now, something I did not know, the Road Diggity Dog, that DOGG, is basically in charge of SmackDown. I had no fucking clue.
He's in the back. He's done a lot of booking.
Well, I knew that he was one of the top agents, but I didn't know that he was hand in hand with the main writer, because there's now the guy who used to write for NXT is now the main writer on SmackDown. But him and the main writer they're running the show. I had no idea. I just found this out 2 days ago.
I assume you don't watch Total Divas, right?
I stopped. I stopped after like season 2.
Well, this season, they're really going in like the everything's better now. But they're really going in with like the backstage stuff, and that's how I learned that Road Dogg. Like they did a scene with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
They're doing a lot of backstage stuff. Like you get to know like the business through the girl's eyes. Like it's interesting.
And they've done that in the past, but in small scale. I'm glad they're doing it in bigger scale. Maybe I'll go check it out now. Maybe it's not as repugnant as it got to be. The first 2 seasons I thought were good, and then it just kind of fell off. And I don't know.
The
I did like Total
like,
Bellas.
This
though.
season's great.
That's what everyone's saying.
I didn't watch Total Bellas.
I like Total Bellas. I thought it was okay. This season is getting good ratings though, so I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, no, it's real good. Just
you just
gotta
else?
watch. Got anything? Do I? I feel like Nia Jax is either going to squash Sasha or they're going to have an extremely long kickoff show match where she like David and Goliaths it. I don't have a good feeling for the Sasha versus Nia Jax.
Neither do I. Neither do I. It's not gonna go.
And
well.
I feel like written in like just small like not even. I feel like it's a billboard now. Bailey is gonna pull through with Charlotte because.
Do you think Bailey's beating Charlotte at Royal Rumble?
I feel like it.
You might be the only one.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I told you not to eat that milk rice, Alicia. I told you not to eat it. Babe, I told you to buy the entire rack of milk rice, didn't I?
Fuck you.
Why fuck me? Just say you're right and move on. Ugh. Anyways, sorry about that.
I'm very confused.
Yeah, no, because my wife has gallstones now, and she is like, she can't eat anything, and one of the only things that she could eat is this thing called milk rice, and it's really, really yummy. But she bought like 6 at the store. I told her to buy an entire rack because Alicia likes them too. And Alicia only ate 1, and she asked if she can have the last one. I told her probably not a good idea. She said, fuck mommy. And I was like, fair enough. And she ate it anyway. So and now Melanie's upset because she can't eat her milk rice.
Oh, damn it, Alicia.
I'm not telling either one of them anything. They're both menstruating now, and it's not good. I don't like it. They're both period power. The menstruation nation. It doesn't make me happy. You're stuck in the Shark Tank. I'm telling you, their periods attract bears. The bears smell the menstruation. It's not good. I'm not happy about any of it. So I just try to like not die.
Well, may the odds be ever in your favor, sir.
Thank you, my dear. You have yourself a good night, Mystic.
All right, you too. See you Sunday for the review show.
That's right. Take it easy. Let's get in Critical Point. Hey, by the way, before I start talking in Critical Point here, all of you guys, make sure that you're going to be watching Nerd and the Jerk live tonight. I'm going to be back in just a few hours for Nerd and the Jerk, live with Jay Klink and Aeon. We're going to talk about the meteor that's going to fucking kill us all. And, of course, the first week of the presidency of the Donald. So make sure you're here for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Critical Point. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Yo, can you hear me?
I can, and you have a sexy voice. What's up? Now I can't hear you. Oh, whatever hearing of you that I was able to do, I can no longer do. I don't know what you did. I think you may have wiggled the cable. It's not good. So I'm going to drop you, and I'm going to bring in Will Dillon because he's probably prepared. Will Dillon, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hi, Dave. I'm just worried about Sunday night.
Are you worried?
I'm worried because I've got the nightmare scenario still running through my head of Roman Reigns winning, but Goldberg winning the Rumble.
Oh, God,
it won't happen.
That's not even the full nightmare scenario. The full nightmare scenario is Roman Reigns and John Cena winning the titles and The Undertaker winning the Royal Rumble. That, to me, is the ultimate nightmare scenario.
Personally, who I'd love to see win it, just to, like, that's the tick box of everything in his career, Chris Jericho, to set up him and Rollins. It's very
possible. I think it's a possibility with everything that they've built with Kevin Owens. Hey, look, I'm going to wrap this thing up. My wife is starting to have some issues. My kid's coughing like crazy. I'm going to try and get a little bit of rest before Nerd and the Jerk. Will, I love you to death. I hope you call back in or later on tonight if we take calls on Nerd and the Jerk.
Yeah, that's no worries, Dave. Just make sure Mel and the daughter's okay.
All right, buddy. You have yourself a really good night.
Hey, thank you, Dave.
Take it easy. Thank you, everybody, for calling in tonight. I want to make sure my fam's okay. It is getting late, and I want to take a rest as well. Nerd and Jerk tonight. Hopefully, you guys are going to be watching everything that's happening the rest of the weekend. You're going to see a lot of me this weekend. Nerd and the Jerk tonight. I'm going to be on the Big Girls podcast tomorrow. If you're not listening to the Big Girls podcast, you're missing out. They're in my featured channels. Go check them out. Amazing. Them and KolossalisCrazy had a fantastic episode. You got to go listen to that. And I'm going to be there tomorrow, and that episode will come out sometime next week. You're also going to see me trivia night tomorrow night and NXT review, all culminating to Sunday. So all kinds of great stuff. Hope you guys had a fun time tonight. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys very much for joining me right here on Dead on Day Productions. Like, subscribe, and share. And remember, as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. Keep it copious, folks. And peace. You don't say my piece ever. That's my piece. Mine. Mine. Bye.